everybody, welcome to Bolts and Holes Podcast, episode number 87.
87.
87, say that in Spanish.
Ocho, siete.
Ochenta.
Ochenta, siete.
Y siete. Yeah, see. Spot on, Danny. Welcome to Houston, baby.
I did a couple years of Spanish.
Did you?
Yeah.
Couple?
4.
Sounds like you did.
Four.
Right. You should have known that.
Yeah, I should have. Don't remember anything.
So either Chris Colbert is gotten a lot younger and has more hair, or
A lot handsomer, to say that, yeah.
a lot handsomer. I'll tell you what, boy. A lot skinnier.
I don't know about that. But
Danny Morgan is in the building. Chris is out sick today. He's at home nursing something. So we got Danny in the building. When you got in town Wednesday?
Wednesday, yep.
Helping out. A little short-handed in the office. Come in, see the crew, hang out, feel the love, feel the vibe.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been a good week.
The weather is much better than in Indy.
Yeah. What's snowing in Indy right now, so that's not good.
What is it here? 80?
Yeah, it's probably 80.
Beautiful, man. This is the best
75, 80,
time
perfect.
of the year. This is why.
Yeah. You got about 2 weeks of this, and it's humid as shit, right? Yeah.
44 in the morning. I think I woke up and it was like 41.
Yeah, it was kind of cold when I was standing up.
Yeah. And then 80 degrees, sunny, beautiful. Yeah. So, we're just going to probably do parts of the week. We're talking about doing some karaoke in the office today, so we'll keep this short and sweet. And what are you drinking? We always like to talk about what we're drinking.
Modelo. Number one beer in the United States.
It's the number one,
Selling-
in volume,
selling.
right? Huh. Is it really?
Yeah, it passed Bud Light like 2 or 3 years ago when all the...
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, the downfall, how quickly that happened.
Yeah.
But they're making a good comeback. I think with Shane Gillis and Post Malone.
Post Malone,
I
Peyton
think,
Manning.
Yeah, they're making a little comeback.
Yeah, the best Super Bowl commercials there was.
Sure, you're right. You're right about that. I got a little Topo Chico, little seltzer. So this is what I wanted to talk about. One of our people here in the office, when I said I'm going to grab some seltzer, said it's a girl drink. What constitutes a girl drink versus a boy drink? Do you have an answer for that?
I mean, those are a little bit fruity. I mean...
So is that what it is? If a drink is fruity, it's girly, and if it's not fruity, it's manly?
I mean, I would say that I wouldn't necessarily call it a girl drink, but it is a little bit fruity. I would say more girls would drink that than they would drink a Modelo.
Okay, I mean, that is probably a good explanation. I mean, what do you guys think? What makes Chavez? What makes a girl drink and a boy drink?
I don't know, because I drink girl drink.
So what does that make you?
I mean, I would drink them too. I
guess, just like a beer versus a seltzer. Like seltzers are, I guess, less.
I would say they're more geared toward women.
Less calories and fruity. Makes you a girl. So if you're worried about if you're a boy, you can't drink. You have to have a lot of calories, and you can't have fruit. Well, that's what you said.
I said 10 to go for less calories.
But so if you're a man and you drink something that's fruity with less calories, you're fruity.
Yeah.
See, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why is that a thing?
We just like
I don't know. I think it's just busting
balls, busting chops.
Busting balls for sure.
So if you saw a girl drinking this, you wouldn't say a thing. If you saw a guy drinking this, you'd be like, "That's a girl drink."
I wouldn't say anything to the guy either.
Bullshit, you would. I think
because I would drink them. I drink High Noons. I drink Happy Dads. I drink some of the seltzers.
Yeah.
Some of them are just not for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. I like the
Truly's, I think, the worst.
Truly's are not very good.
White Claws I can get down with White Claw.
Not a huge fan of the White Claw.
I didn't drink White Claw until we did the fishing trip a couple years ago with Alex and Jake and all them, and they pounded. Like, we had like 8 cases of White Claw, and I don't know, I got on board. I was on the White Claw bandwagon at that
I drank a lot of High Noon. I was on a High Noon bandwagon for a long, long time.
Yeah, they're expensive, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
give me a heartburn now, but
they're expensive, and I don't know, I got hungover by them. And I don't know if that's a High Noon thing or just a me drinking problem thing.
Yeah, probably but they're I think there's no sugar in those, right? The High Noons?
No sugar. Well, very little. I mean, this has 2 grams of added sugar. So it's very low sugar.
Very low. Yeah.
It's either no sugar or very low. So, that was my topic I wanted to hit today. We're not going to do anything technical today, unless you want to hit something technical. Anything fun you want to talk about before we get into parts?
I don't know. Shit.
It's been busy, right?
It's been busy as shit. We can't.
Theirs. For sure.
Yeah.
Anytime UPS writes theirs.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, show. Yeah, it's been busy. I'll give the shop a lot of credit. I think they're handling it well.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, shit, yeah. Guys are staying till...
Yeah, we had a gasket that we had to make last night. Then Neba stayed and faced, and Rachel too, and Aiden stayed and machined that bad boy. I think it was 4 pieces, thick.
Yeah.
Cam profiles.
Over an inch thick or something, right?
1 inch thick. Yeah, it's kind of wild. So we turned around in like 8 hours. It's less than that, 6 hours.
Yeah.
We got the material out there like 5 o'clock, and they were done out the door by 10.
Yeah. That's
fucking impressive.
impressive.
Big, thick, girthy gaskets.
Girthy. A lot of girth.
Yeah, just thick. All right, let's do some parts. Do you want to do small parts? So I got a couple small parts, and I know you went over and grabbed a big one.
Yeah. No, we start with small, cool small ones here.
You know, I think we've done this one in the past, but this is another kind of repeat job. Oh yeah, we're not doing the camera, we're doing mine. Inconel 800 hex cap screw. Look at that bad boy. Look how little that is. I mean,
It's a little boy.
It's a little guy, just a little guy. I think there's 80 pieces of these going out. Standard lead time. So, standard lead time for us about 3 to 4 weeks. Bring in round bar. Obviously, the problem with 800H too is you have to start. I think ½ inch is the smallest that we can get our hands on, at least here locally.
Yep. Then turn it down.
And so, yeah, you got a little machine time there. So you got to turn and burn and then mill, stamp. But that stamp looks good too, man. I give them, we had some stamping issues. We had to get some new parts for a stamper. So we were laser etching a lot this week.
Yeah.
So show that. I mean, let's jump into your big nut there. So that's a 3.5 B23 Class 3 nut. Check out that stamp. It's a beautiful. Tommy nuts too. So you got the Tommy holes in there. 3.5 8 thread pitch. B23 Class 3. That was a setup, I think. So that's why they were playing around with the stamp or the laser.
Yeah.
Only a couple parts, but they were hot, and we got to make them. We got to send them out to get heat treated. So 4340 gets sent out to get heat treated. Some additional testing and stuff that gets done. We got some studs and then the Tommy nuts to go with it.
Yeah, cool parts. They look good.
Yeah, sexy parts. All made from round bar. Every time I see that, man, it's just
baby.
Such a waste of metal. I saw our scrap guy came in today. We actually fired our scrap guy. We got a new scrap guy.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, we showed them our invoice, and they're like, man, you're getting killed. So we should be making a little bit more money on scrap, so we can afford to buy more beer.
Yeah.
That's our beer money is the scrap.
Well, good. That's smart.
So that's what we do with alcohol is it's used with the scrap.
We that doesn't go to waste.
Absolutely, we don't waste a thing around here. All right, here's another cool tiny part. So this, my friends, you know what that is? It's not done, so we have to mill the head, but I'll give you that clue.
That, I believe, is probably going to be a 12-point.
Nope.
No?
This is a jack screw. So it's used on a special nut. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people need jack screws, so they'll just give us a sample and we'll make some jack screws. Sometimes they'll reuse the nut. Sometimes we'll make a nut. Depends on what they need. So another fun part. So typically, this is used. It's usually fine thread B16, but this one's actually 316. I don't think this is fine thread. That looks coarse. Yeah, that's a coarse thread. 316 stainless steel jack. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So they'll mill the flats to make that a hex. And there's anywhere from 4 of these to I think 12 of these on the nuts that we're making.
So is that going to be a hex head jack screw or is that going to be a square head?
It's a hex jack screw, a hex head jack screw. So multiple, they put several of these on a nut, and then they tighten these down. That nut then puts the compression up against a washer, and so you can add a lot more torque on a nut as opposed to just the threads on a nut. Cool. So you have all the threads on the jack screws.
Right. Huh. Most of the jack screws we're making are square heads, right?
A lot of them. You see a variety of them. I mean, I think jack screw is one of those terms that people say jack screw, and it could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be hex head. It could be square head. I mean, I probably see when I hear jack screw, I think of hex. I see more hex jack screws, but I know there's a lot of.
See, I think square
head, like a square head set screw kind of thing, right? Yeah. Or orifice flanges, I think, is where that's a big use there. Yep. So I know we actually stock a lot of that out there. I mean, just carbon steel jack screws, square heads. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
And I probably will record some videos of us doing some karaoke this afternoon. We've been so busy, we got a little steam in the afternoon. Who's karaokeing?
Chavez is
Don't raise your hands at once. Chavez is in. Jamie, I know last night she said she was going to karaoke. She's giving us a look like, no way. I know Rachel will. Rachel is a musician at heart, so she's definitely karaokeing. Neba said, what was it? Neba said the Isley Brothers Changes.
No,
Contagious. I don't know if I know that song, but she wants me to sing background. I'm going to sing the woman background. Yeah.
The lady parts.
I can hit those high notes very, very well. Are you going to sing, JB?
I kind of have a combination of Fergie.
Fergie and Jesus?
Yeah,
All right, I like that.
Could be good.
JB's rocking some some Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, he
classics
does
right
look
there,
like Macho
boy.
Man Randy Savage right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, brother. That's what you should do. You should like do something, or like a walkout song. I don't know. It's usually like Slipknot or Disturbed or something like that, isn't it? Down with some sickness.
The only walkout song I can really remember is
Bong.
Yeah.
Dude, I took my son to that when he was little, and he was so scared.
I can imagine. Undertaker was a scary character.
He was, man. He was freaking.
Lights would go out, come out,
and then he would like show up somewhere. Yeah, it was pretty wild. Speaking of that, I sent some gear to some of my homies. I was gonna put a picture of these bozos wearing some Patriot Bolt gear. Back in Omaha, Nebraska, we're trying to spread love all over the world. So we're going to put some pictures of people wearing Patriot Bolt gear everywhere. So when you get an Indy, you got to go find like an Indy landmark and wear some Patriot Bolt gear, and we'll take a picture next to it.
Yeah, for sure. There's a bunch of landmarks there, so I can do something. Do it on the circle or something. I'd rather Monument Circle or something.
I don't even know what that is.
Downtown Indy is like, that's why they call it the Circle City.
Really? I didn't know they called it the Circle City.
Yeah, like in the middle of Indianapolis, there's like a big circle. Like a giant roundabout, 4 roads come together, and then in the middle of the roundabout is a giant monument.
Really?
Yeah, it's tall. It's pretty tall. It's like a big, kind of like an Eiffel. Yeah, it's kind of like an Eiffel Tower looking thing, but it's like a monument.
How about that? I didn't know. Yeah. Only thing I know of Indy is like the Hoosiers. I mean, it's the Hoosier state, right?
Yeah. Gene Hackman. I don't even rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. Gene Hackman. That's a weird story.
That's crazy.
What do you think happened? His wife drugged him.
I think the dude was just old and died.
Yeah, but then how the wife and the dog died?
She had a. So it was a crazy.
The wife did what?
It's called.
But how the fuck? How does she?
So he had Alzheimer's. He had Alzheimer's. She died of like a medical condition. It's called ontovirus or something like that from raccoon droppings.
I did read something about that.
Yeah,
So she ate some raccoon shit.
I don't think she ate it. I don't think she ate it. I think if you just like breathe it in or something, or something like that. I know somebody else. So there's another person that I know.
How is that? How do they figure that out? Like,
I have no clue. How do they know that's what it's called?
Yeah, like you have this disease and it's caused by raccoon shit.
Yeah, no, rodent or raccoon shit or something.
That's wild.
Yeah, she died, and then the dog, their
starved
dog died
to death.
The dog starved because he was in a crate from. They just had surgery or something, so it was in a crate in a closet.
That's sad.
Yeah,
there's still some funny business there.
There's probably something's weird, but for him to walk around it was like 3 weeks that she was dead, and then he died of like a heart attack, and he didn't know. He didn't know she. That's crazy.
It's crazy. That's crazy. On that note, let's wrap it up. Wrap it up. Episode 87 is in the books. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Morgan. As always, it's a pleasure. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for being a part of the show. Comment, like, share, do your thing. Adios.